Yeah, well, I see the main opportunity for investments in Latin America, probably in countries who are undergoing a regime change or a change in regulatory framework. Due to the lack of, let's say, financing in most of these countries that underwent some political changes in the last couple of years, specifically in Latin America, we see those countries and as a country that lacks the long-term financing that is needed for most of the renewable projects. A great example for that is Argentina, in which the change in regime plus the very aggressive regulation in terms of implementing new technologies for the energy sector that had been neglected for about 12 years led to some gaps in those financings that could not be filled by the traditional pockets of capital. Let's say the local banking that was deterred during the previous administration, and some more traditional asset managers that are still waiting for better signaling on the political side to invest in Argentina. Oh, my main takeaway is the concept that everyone seems to be in agreement, especially most of the players that are developing, financing, sourcing, or trying to construct the new industry, which is the renewable industry in Argentina, have all been very explicit in the fact that they have not been able to raise enough capital to fund most of the projects that have been auctioned by the government in the last 2 years. So precisely this lack of capital has been a main concern and a main challenge for any project that has been going live in Argentina. And most of the players that we discussed with during the panel and during the Q&A section were very concerned about the pace in which Argentina is auctioning these renewable projects, because they're not being able to fund the initial renewable projects that were assigned in 2016 and during 2017. Well, that's a big opportunity for funds like us, right? You are in an economy that's growing, that's implementing market-friendly regulatory frameworks, which it's got a great need of energy and it's demanding a lot of energy, which is, in a sense, one of the things we like about Argentina. But on the other side, you have a financing sector that's not been able to cope with that capital requirement that is needed to finance this type of projects. So a fund like us, which is opportunistic in a sense that we try to find pockets of capital that are not being catered by the traditional providers of capital in the different economies, specifically in Latin America, we find that to be a very, very good opportunity for us to deploy capital in a country that's normalizing its economy, normalizing its energy sector, and in a sense being able to capitalize on the growth of one of the main economies in Latin America.